Friends, when I was much younger, but already understood a little when someone was trying to deceive me, I used to get really angry. Do I really look like an idiot that you try to feed me nonsense with such burning eyes? It's complete nonsense, but you think it'll slip by on emotions? Now, having been married more than once, I just smile when someone tries to feed us some... So, with burning eyes, Witkoff is trying to convince us guys, hooray, a miracle has happened. Putin has now officially agreed to a peace agreement. He really is pouring this crap into our ears with those burning eyes, and not just to us. He says that Putin has agreed, and then they called us to confirm. They are ready for peace, and now they're officially asking for a meeting. We're flying to Moscow tomorrow morning. About 90% of the issues from the comprehensive 20-point plan have already been resolved. Only 10% left, we're flying out, supposedly a big victory. That's the impression we're supposed to get. We, the gullible fools, as Witkoff sees it, are supposed to think that Putin was categorically against it, that he wouldn't give in. These were the key sticking points. But then something happened, and he reluctantly responded, well, fine, let it be that way. So what are those remaining 10%? And Witkoff doesn't even hide it. It's 10% of the territory, that's all. Everything else is supposedly settled. Everything else. And it had been settled before too. When Putin suddenly didn't break. By agreeing to some kind of peace terms. He was ready for peace from the very beginning. Since April 2022, when he realized conquering Ukraine wouldn't work. He was ready for peace on his own terms from the very beginning. Ukraine agrees to capitulate and peace comes. Putin agrees. He always agreed. We don't need to be fed this, complete nonsense. And Witkoff can go and negotiate about whatever he wants. Yes, Putin agrees. This plan has up to 20 points. It's his plan, it's the Kremlin's plan. They wrote it, gave it to Witkoff. Witkoff pretended it was American. They put in a lot of effort to call it Trump's plan and force it on everyone. It didn't work. So are they trying again? Same old song, starting from scratch? That's not how it works. In reality, a lot of issues have actually been agreed upon, both on security guarantees and on many other things. There are a number of points that are still being discussed. But the key issue is the territory. Putin is demanding that we give him the Donetsk region, and since it's come to this in the negotiations, also Zaporizhia, Kherson, Luhansk, in other words, everything they've written into their constitution. And if we fulfill these 10%, then he's supposedly willing to agree to peace. There are people who constantly propose such unbelievable compromises and ideas that they need a clear answer. I have a special middle finger reserved for such answers. Every Ukrainian has one. So tomorrow Witkoff can fly to Moscow with Kushner if he wants. Once again to talk to Putin about this nonsense. And once again they'll tell us that peace is possible if we willingly give up the territories they can't capture. We won't give them up. We've already made that absolutely clear. And all that stuff they're telling Putin about our territories being almost captured is nonsense. The situation in Mirnohrad is very difficult. In Pokrovsk, our forces are holding and they can't push further. That's the information I have. It's fresh, just 10 minutes old. Today, January 21st at 2 p.m. That's the information I have. In Pokrovsk, our forces have secured their positions and aren't letting the enemy advance any further. They're holding strong. In Uliepol, our 225th Assault Troops are fighting, and the Territorial Defense is fighting too. The regular mechanized brigades are fighting and holding their ground. On the Dobropilya front, we even managed to push them back a little. In Mirnograd, yes, in Mirnograd, the paratroopers say it's very tough. The enemy keeps coming, keeps pushing, we'll see what happens. Near Kupiansk, we've also put pressure on them. They weren't able to break through and unblock those we're finishing off, so there are no successes on the front. They won't take anything by force themselves. As for the shelling of Ukraine, yes, there are strikes. Yes, it's harsh. Yeah, it's absolutely brutal. Azerbaijan is helping us. Lithuania is helping us. Everyone is helping us. We're fighting on our own too. And we're striking back as well. Last night, there were strikes on Zerzhinsk in Donetsk region. A munitions depot detonated. So much so that you never see fireworks like that. The CHP in Oriol, the CHP in Belgorod, they were hit well. A target in Krasnodar Krai. Russia, with its own air defense missile, struck its own apartment building. All the photos and videos of these amazing nighttime events are on my Telegram, Sazonov Official, and on Facebook, Kyrylo Pravdorov. Links are in the video description. So we are exchanging painful strikes on infrastructure. That's how it is. On the front, the standoff continues with almost no change in the line of combat contact. All Putin can get now is a hole from a bagel, right now. As for what he says, I'll take it by force. That's why, once again, there's an attempt with Utkin, the Cheburek lover, to start negotiations. Russia agrees to peace. That's it, let's do it. Only 10% left. Ukraine, apparently, will be against it. Ukraine will be against it. You can't take this by force. Now they bargain at the table. Budanov's comment was good. I also liked it. Short, but we're working. There are a number of important points. We're moving forward, that's all. There are no sensational statements from Budanov about any agreements already being reached or anything close to that. I trust him a bit more than Witkoff. Well, because at least he doesn't sit around eating chebureks in Moscow and broadcasting endless stories from the bunker rat about the pechenegs and the polovchins. By the way, if Putin keeps talking about the pechenegs and the polovchins, sooner or later he'll have to admit that there was no Tata-Mongol yoke at all. And in general, Russian history has been stolen and fabricated. But that's a separate topic, better discussed with knowledgeable historians. Friends, follow my Telegram and Facebook and subscribe to this channel. There will be news. What's happening right now, in my opinion, is a big imitation and provocation. Out of weakness, Putin is trying to, once again, through negotiations, to somehow get something out of us or pull Trump over to his side. He won't succeed at all. His moves have been calculated 10 steps ahead. Everything will be about Ukraine,